Nigeria can still qualify number one in this group. I don't know how they're doing the scoring, but if Nigeria beats Benin, they'll have 17 points. And if South Africa draws, South Africa will have 16. And Nigeria might be first in the group. I don't know. It will have to come down to goal difference. So Nigeria still has a chance. That means now that I think about it, Nigeria is going to come all out to win that game and try to win by a lot of goals. They're going to put because if they win and South Africa draws, but if Nigeria wins and South Africa wins, and South Africa win the group. And I don't think Nigeria will have enough points to qualify as a second place. So this is a must win for Nigeria. Big time must win. But the funny thing is that South Africa has to hope Nigeria wins, but then South Africa also has to win their match. They can't even afford to draw because they have 15 points. So this is getting very interesting. How did you see today's game, Mr. Folabi, with Nigeria?
Today's game with Nigeria, I think they tried very well, but there were some players that didn't quite play in their natural position. The other striker, Arokodare, was withdrawn into the midfield, and sorry, he was withdrawn into the wide wing,
wide, okay,
wide winger position to accommodate Victor Osimhen, and then Ademola played on the left. Now in the midfield, they played two center attacking midfielders in Iwobi and Moses Simon. Moses Simon is usually more dangerous in the attacking third. So he played a little deeper today, and that affected their chemistry somewhat in the attack. And it was more of the same thing. We huffed and puffed, and nothing came out of it. Our opponents sat in a low block. They played a 3-5-2. They didn't allow space. They kept, blocking and doing all sorts. So it's going to be like that again in our final game. We have to find a way of creating space and opening the game up because we have the talent to go beyond the defensive line. But those teams are going to sit deep and try to pack the bus, the proverbial pack the bus. So we have to find creative ways to open up the defense. And right now we're not doing it. We had the line.
But I like the new setup though. I think it's good to have Arokodare on the right and Lukman on the left. But who usually plays on the right? Simon plays on the right.
I would have preferred Simon to play in Arokodare's position because
but then you have to put another midfielder.
Yes.
Yeah, but a lot of people are saying, remember they said maybe we try to get two strikers in the game, Arokodare and Osimhen. So yeah, but you believe that if they put Simon on the right and Lukman on the left and Osimhen, that would have been a better. It would
have been a better balance. I think using two number nines, they could get in each other's way. Really, both of them will be trying to score.
Who's scored the second goal? I know
Akko Adams. He plays in Seville. He came on as a substitute. Akko Adams.
He substituted Arokodare. Yeah.
Akko Adams. He plays in Spain, Seville.
Who did he substitute for?
I think he was either was it Simon or Osimhen. I wasn't quite sure who they were.
I think it was Osimhen. So he scored. So this team, they can beat Benin in Nigeria. They can beat Benin. But now the big question then is what will happen with South Africa, which we'll talk about later in this show. What are your thoughts in general, Mr. Segodi, on Nigeria winning and coming back alive for a chance to qualify? Although I know you don't want them to qualify, but then you need their help to beat Benin. What are your thoughts?
No. This game of Nigeria, this match 9 was a match of nerves. Every team had nerves, and it was also a game of luck. So Nigeria, I think they did very well by getting the 3 points. I think they played well. They played very well. They held their nerves, even though Lesotho came back and scored 1. It's all up to the last game, which I think for them it will be an easier ride because they're at home. They've got nothing to lose but to win the game. I think Nigeria will do very well at home.
I do think so too. Mr. Warif, how do you see Nigeria's performance today and our chances?
Well, the game today was an interesting game, but towards the end of the game, I think our players they started looking heavy, and our keeper was fumbling. Even the goal that Lesotho scored, it was his fault. Either you're going for a catch or you're going for a punch, but I don't know what he carried the ball or whatever. And the guy that scored the goal, he was very flexible and was sharp. Even towards the end of the game, I think 9 minutes of extra time, he almost scored. He made the same mistake. Instead of to catch the ball, he caused him up his hand, and the Lesotho guy played the ball. Just a narrow escape. I think coach need to talk to them. They need to learn how to relax learn how to play under pressure, because the next game they will be playing, the last game, which will be in Uyo, if I'm right.
Against Benin, that's
I
a tough
think the
game.
pressure will be on Nigeria. Yeah, the pressure will be on Nigeria because Benin, if they draw that game, at least they might end up with 16 points. But Nigeria, they need to win that game. And even if we need to win the game, we need to win with like 3 or 4-0
Actually,
to
Benin has
have
17
enough
points
goal
now.
difference.
Benin has 17 points now. So they'll
Yeah,
have 18.
they have 17 points. So the pressure will be on Nigeria. And again, the fans need to come out in full mass to give the, what's it called, the Super Eagles their support. Then another thing again, the coach, this is where technicality comes in, tactics. So the coach really need to study these guys, study our players. And again, all the good players like Chukwueze, if I'm the coach, I'll start Chukwueze first in the first half. So that the pressure from onset, release all your arsenal. Don't keep anything on the bench. Put everything, because there's no time for you. There's no time for you to waste. So the coach really need to study his players, know those ones that can dribble. And again, in the midfield, like I said in our last show yesterday, if we don't qualify, if Nigeria does not qualify for this team, this World Cup, Nigeria has a long way to go, because by this time we should have other creative midfielders apart from Iwobi that can, when Iwobi is going out, he's coming in and can make impact in the game. So I think the pressure will be on Nigeria.
Yeah, we need some more midfield. And even Iwobi, he tends to be he's not ambidextrous. But anyway, he's a good player though. I'm not dissing him. All right, what are your thoughts?
No, by using him, overlapping him.
Yeah. And
just like what is it called? This guy in Man U, Bruno Fernandes.
Fernandes, yeah, same thing. What are your thoughts, TK, on the Nigeria match and then moving forward their last match against Benin?
First things first, it was the game of, the redemption of Trosicom. After all the scrutiny he faced throughout, he converted a penalty. And Nigeria were, after the second goal, they looked like they were cruising. And now, the relationship between South Africa and Nigeria now is becoming, like a seesaw. It's becoming like a seesaw. Where now you are betting on this one must go, must perform. This one now must perform. Everybody is on their toes. But yeah, the game was absolutely brilliant from Nigeria. What they did, they just came to get the results. The results that they so needed that they couldn't get throughout the tournament. Sometimes you don't have to win the game pretty, especially when it comes to the qualifiers. All you need to do is get those 3 points and those goals, and
like Liverpool used to do. Liverpool used to do that.
Liverpool. I don't know what this what's his name?
Liverpool. Yeah,
Liverpool. Liverpool. I'm sorry to go to the Liverpool things.
It doesn't matter.
It was a red flag for Liverpool when you saw them always winning the game by last minute, and you ask yourself, what if you come across a team that is going to, that is not going to allow you to get those chances? Now their own weapon was used against them during the Chelsea game,
and that's why I always say that Arteta is a coward, because he couldn't even recognize that Liverpool is finished, and he played defensively. If he had played attacking, they would have beaten.
Slot inherited a very good squad. He just tried to over. I saw them releasing Luis Diaz. I'm like, why were you taking Luis Diaz?
I'm telling you, they made a big mistake.
Yeah.
So,
all right, that's good. So we're going to use that as a short video too on Liverpool. So any last thoughts on Nigeria before we go to Sigodi, and then we end with Afolabi? Yeah.
Well, what I feel is that with the support of...
Well, let's go to Sigodi first. And then
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Afolabi. Sigodi, last thoughts. Yeah.
All right, now, for the last game for Nigeria, I think it's going to be a very open game because they've got nothing to lose. The only team that has something to lose, it's Benin. So the more pressure is going to be on Benin because they are on top of the table.
In fact, this is like a movie. The ending of this group is like a movie.
Sad ending or happy ending.
Monday or Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So
it's going to be on Tuesday.
Maybe on Sunday around 5 p.m. or 6, if anybody's available. All right, so sorry, Sigudi, I couldn't front of you. What were your last thoughts?
Yeah, so I think they got Benin is going to be in trouble in Nigeria because Nigeria will become booming. They got over this game that they played today. Now they know they have to play all their hearts out. So I see Nigeria winning a 2-1 or 2-0.
And we're also going to bring Boko Haram, and the Boko Haram will be standing in the stadium.
Boko Haram football.
Full support.
Maybe Boko Haram will even be against Nigeria, though. You know, that crazy. All right. Last thoughts, Mr. Warif. Then we'll end with Afolabi. Yeah.
Like what my brother just said, that the pressure will be on Benin Republic. I think I'll toe that line because they are topping the group and they want to do everything to qualify. But Nigeria, even if they don't win, South Africa sleep. But I think Benin Republic will want to do everything, and Nigeria, they should watch the game. Just take their time, but play a clean game, tactical game, and they shouldn't look heavy. Don't try to please anybody. They are all professionals. You know what you're doing, but they should be free with the ball and quick the ball.
And I think, like TK said, Nigeria won. That was what you call a rugged victory. But rugged victories are good. You don't have to play fantastic. They played rugged and they won.
Yeah. Just like Mourinho in Chelsea.
In Africa, qualifiers, it's very difficult to win a game. Then you go with a draw. So that's where South Africa needs to get a little bit more rugged. South Africa, the Bafana needs to play like Amajita. Those Amajita guys, even though they lost, they played rugged, man. Those guys were rugged and they tried their best. But that's a story for another day anyway. Take us out, Afolabi. Last thoughts, then take us out.
Yeah, I feel that Nigeria will win that game because of the fact that because Benin needs a victory. I think that will play into Nigeria's hands. If you look at all the Nigerian games we've dominated, we've basically been playing against teams with a low block. So I think in that game, Benin won't risk low block. They'll come out and try and attack Nigeria. And that will play into Nigeria's hands because they will find space to open the Benin defense. So I think Nigeria will win. The onus is now on South Africa to do what they have to do if they have that opportunity, really.
So TK, what do you think is going to win? Predict both matches, South Africa's match and Nigeria's match, and then each one of us will make our prediction. What do you predict, TK, for South Africa?
For South Africa, Rwanda, it's going to be narrow 1-0 or 2-1. Then Nigeria are definitely going to go all out to maybe a 2-0 victory or a 1-0 victory.
Okay, that sounds good. What about you, Sigodi? What are your predictions?
My prediction for Nigeria game is going to be a 3-0. They're going to thrash Benin. Benin has no chance in Nigeria. I said,
we have a lot of supporters.
No, I've been saying that. But let me tell you something about Nigeria. Do you know, through all these qualifiers, Nigeria has dominated each and every game, except the game they played in Bloemfontein. They created more chance than any other team in these qualifiers. They were not clinical. If you can look at all the stats for all these games, Nigeria have dominated each and every game. And then the game that Benin won against Nigeria, they scored on an offside. The 2-1.
Yeah.
It was a clear offside.
Guys, he's studying in Nigeria. Maybe are you sure that you're also not partly from Nigeria? He's from Benin in Nigeria, Benin State.
No, I'm being fair because I look at the stats. I don't just talk. I look at the stats.
I'm playing with you, but yeah. So, what do you predict for the South Africa match?
South Africa is going to win 2-0. They have nothing to lose. They just have to raise their tempo from a minute one. Don't play with panic. Just play your football, win your game. That's all.
And beware of
Foster had some chances today, but Foster had some missed goals. But anyway, what are your thoughts? Quickly, Warif, your predictions, then we're out. Yeah.
Nigeria will win 2-0. Then South Africa will win 2-1.
Yeah, so it looks like South Africa will qualify first in that group, most likely.
Sure, absolutely.
All right. So Afolabi, take us out.
Yeah, it's been another brilliant show. We have been doing a post-mortem on South Africa's game with Zimbabwe and Nigeria's with Lesotho, and looking ahead to the last group games. And from TK, Segodi, Mustafa, and Warif will be back again sometime on Sunday. Bye for now.
All right, nice one, guys. I'll have the South Africa video. Guy gets first dibs because we have more followers. That video will be ready in 15 minutes. I'll release the Nigerian one in 3 hours.
I need a beer, man. I
have my beer. Like, share, and subscribe.
Budweiser.
Hey, we have chest pains right now. We have chest pains.
All right, good night.